Long ago, in the vast deserts of the Middle East, lived a man named Abraham, a man chosen by God for a mission greater than himself. Abraham wasn't a king or a warrior. He was a servant, a believer. A man who walked alone against his people, against the idols they worshipped, and stood for something greater, the belief in one true God. But this is not just a story of belief. This is a story of love, of sacrifice, and of trust beyond reason. In a barren desert, Abraham stands beside his wife Hagar and their newborn, Ishmael. Abraham had waited decades to become a father. And finally, God answered his prayers with a son, Ishmael. But soon after, he was commanded to leave them in a lonely desert. No water, no crops, just faith. Can you imagine leaving your wife and child in the middle of nowhere, trusting that God would take care of them? Abraham did it, and God did take care of them. From that place, the spring of Zamzam miraculously burst from the ground, and life began to bloom around it. Years later, Ishmael grew into a strong young man, a son any father would be proud of. Then came the ultimate test. One night, Abraham had a dream, a vision. God was commanding him to sacrifice his own son, not because God wanted blood, not because he wanted to take the boy away, but because God wanted to test Abraham's heart. Would he choose the gift or the giver? Ishmael notices his father is troubled. Seeing the fire and the knife, Ishmael asks, "Father, I see the fire and the knife, but where's the lamb?" Abraham replies, "My dear son, I have seen in a dream that I must sacrifice you." Ishmael calmly replies, "Father, do as you are commanded. You will find me, if God wills, among the patient." No crying, no begging. The son was as faithful as the father. Abraham lays his son down, his hands trembling, eyes full of tears. He raises the knife, and just before the knife could fall, a voice called from the heavens, "Oh, Abraham, you have fulfilled the vision." A ram appeared. God had replaced the son with a sacrifice. It was never about killing the boy. It was about submission, trust, and faith in action. This moment, this story, is remembered by over 1 billion people every year. It is honored during the Islamic festival of Eid al-Adha, where Muslims around the world sacrifice an animal, not to shed blood, but to honor the legacy of Abraham.